All right, Group B, we are on Bible 16. All right, and it says faith or fear from Numbers 13 and 14. So I'm going to go ahead and read. Point with your pointer finger, or if you want to follow along, ready with a pencil so you can circle any multi-letter phonograms you can spot. Feel free to do that as well. I'm going to start right here at the top. God told Moses to send 12 men to explore the land of Canaan. I will give this land to my people, said God. See what the people are like. Moses told the 12 men, see what their towns are like. So what happened? Really fast. What happened in the last week was a little bit confusing just because we went back to Egypt, even though they had already gotten out of Egypt, because I accidentally swapped the papers on you guys. All right, but what was supposed to have happened last is that Moses, or the Pharaoh, finally he said, take your people and leave. And they finally crossed the Red Sea. And Pharaoh and his men were swallowed up by the water. Remember it said that? Now they're in the desert. And it said that they would travel with pillars of cloud during the day and pillars of fire at night. And what would they eat? Would they eat dirt? Because they're in the desert, there's nothing there. It said God provided bread called manna and quail. So now they're in the desert. And what did God promise them? He promised them a land full of what? 2 words. Remember 2 words that we often have in our house, but back then people didn't have unless they were rich. Land of milk and honey. So God told them to what? Go to this place and send 12 men and see what the people are like. Because do you think God would want them to be with people if people are wicked over there? No, he wants to make sure that they're good people. So let's see what happened. They sent 12 men. After 40 days, the men came back. The land was flowing with milk and honey, they said. Here is its fruits. So look, they brought back a whole bunch of grapes. But the people are strong, and their cities have walls. Caleb said, we should not be afraid. We can take the land. But the other men said, the people are stronger than we are. We can't fight them and win. So what? The Moses' group, they're what? They're arguing with each other. Who said? Caleb, he's like, we can take the land. It's full of milk and honey. And the other men are like, no, they're stronger than us. We can't fight and win. They're scared. Let's go and turn the page. Our last page, I believe. God's people grumbled to Moses. It would be better if we were back in Egypt. Can you believe that? They were what in Egypt? Remember what they were in Egypt? They were slaves, and they're over here ready to be going to a land full of milk and honey, and they're complaining, saying we should still be slaves in Egypt. Then Caleb and Joshua stood before the people. The Lord will lead us into the land, just Joshua said. He will give it to us. But the people talked about killing Joshua and Caleb. God was angry with his people. So what happened? Joshua and Caleb, they're like, this is the land that God wants to give us. We can take it. And who's going to help them? God will help them. But the people, they were still scared. They're like, no, those people are strong. And they were grumbling to Moses, we don't like this plan. And they wanted to kill who? Joshua and Caleb. And did that please God? No. It said what? It made God angry. You will live and die here in the desert, God said. Why? For their grumbling and complaining and their plot against Caleb and Joshua. So it was for 40 years before the people went into the land of Canaan, and the land God promised them. So how much longer, because they chose to be grumbly and chose to complain, how much longer did they have to wait? A week, 2 weeks? No, they had to wait for 40 years. That's a long time. All right? We need to think about it next time when we don't get our way, instead of going, why can't I have this right now? I want it right now. God knows what's best for us, and he has a plan for us. And if he doesn't give it to you right now, it's for a reason and a purpose. All right, so make sure you go and circle what? Your multi-letter phonograms. Keep watching the daily multi-letter phonogram video. And I also added the sight word video. So make sure you guys go on there and watch the daily sight word video as well. Great job, beginners.